Hey guys, it's Cobalt here, and welcome back to another video. If you know me, then you probably know that one of my favorite LPS bases are the collies. I love collie LPS so much, and one of my favorite collies is this red collie right here. I remember as a kid, I wanted this one for the longest time, and I always had a fake version of her, but it wasn't until a few years ago that I finally got the authentic one, and I just love this LPS so much. She is perfect in every single way. But did you know that this LPS actually has a prototype that has never been released, never before seen in the wild, but it is very interesting. So the reason that I'm bringing this up is because I was recently contacted by someone over on Etsy inquiring about a custom commission, and their idea was for me to make a custom of the prototype version of this LPS, and I said yes, I would absolutely love to do that. It seems like a really fun challenge, and I would love to see the prototype of her brought to life. So just in case you've never seen the prototype of this LPS, here is what it looks like. It pretty much looks exactly the same. The gradients and coloration might be a little bit darker, a little bit more of a brownish orange than such a bright red, but the main thing about this one compared to the actually officially released LPS is that the prototype has sticker eyes. Now, say what you will about sticker eyes, I know a lot of people do not like them, and honestly, I'm not the biggest fan because some of them look quite strange, but I do think that some of them are pretty cute and add fun personalities to the LPS with the wacky expressions. But from a customizing standpoint, I absolutely love sticker eyed LPS because I think you can do some really cool things with their flat faces. So luckily for me, but not so luckily for the LPS, I do happen to have this sticker-eyed collie, and she is going to be the sacrifice for this custom, so everybody say goodbye to this collie. She's going to become something even better. So without further ado, let's head on over to my desk and begin the customizing process. Alright, so first things first, I had to mix the color for this custom because I didn't already have a color that worked with the base of the original collie. So I just mixed together some red, brown, and a little bit of orange to get the color as close as I possibly could. Obviously, it's not 100% accurate, but I was trying to color match the actual collie that I had. And then later on, I did end up mixing a darker color for the gradient on the top, because the one in the photo does appear to have darker ears than the one that we actually have. So for that color, I basically took the red that I mixed earlier, and then I added a little bit of like purplish brown to make it darker instead of just adding straight black because I didn't want to muddy up the color too much. Again, I don't know how accurate it is, but I do really like the way that the colors blend together, and you will see that I do not own an airbrush. I've never owned an airbrush before, so I did have to do this gradient completely by hand with just a brush. I'm definitely not the best at gradients, and I don't really have a good technique for doing that, but basically what I do is I lay down the entire base color, and then in the areas where I want the gradient to be the darkest, so for example the ears, the top of the head, and the back, I lay down the darker color, and then once both of those separate layers are dry, then I kind of go in and like start mixing both colors together and blend it as well as I possibly can. It's a bit streaky in the back, and it's honestly a bit streaky in the front too, but luckily with the front I was able to cover up the biggest mistakes with the eyes and the white marking on the face that I add in later. And speaking of eyes, I do really like the way that the eyes came out. I think that I got the shape pretty spot on, and I think I got the colors pretty spot on. And even though I'm pretty confident with like painting my own eyes on for sticker eyes, I think the biggest issue with this custom is that I'm not necessarily the best at placing them in the correct area of the face proportion wise, so I think the eyes might be a little bit too low. The one thing I will say about sticker eyed pets though is that they sort of have like, I guess, a divot in the bottom of their faces near where the eyes would be. It's kind of flat and then it bumps out to where like the snout of the collie is. If you rub your finger on the sticker eyed collie, you can feel where that is, and I kind of use that as a guideline of where I should place the eyes, but I still feel like they're a little bit low. But I do still think that the eyes look cute. So that's basically all I want to say about the actual painting process, but I will see you guys again at the end of the video to talk more about the final custom. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the time lapse. And here is the final result of the custom. I think that she turned out really, really cute. I'm very proud of the color matching that I was able to get, as well as the gradients. I have to do all my gradients by hand since I don't own an airbrush, and to be honest, I am really not that good at them, but I tried pretty hard on this one. It's a little bit more streaky on the back, but on the face, I feel like it looks really good, and that's honestly where it matters the most. I will admit, her eyes are a little bit out of whack. I think this one definitely looks a lot better. This one is a bit low. It's a bit lopsided. She looks a bit funky, but all sticker eye pets look a little bit weird, so I think it's fine. It gives her character, but she does look very sassy. I like the vibes that she is bringing. So let's do a little comparison to the original LPS. So if this LPS actually existed, this would have been the prototype version, and then here is, of course, our normal version. And I never noticed this until after I made the custom, but this red collie's white markings are honestly a lot more of an off-white than I thought they were. I kind of thought that they were pure white, but now seeing them next to the actual pure white paint, you can see that is definitely not the case. But anyways, here's a side-by-side turnaround sort of comparison to both of them. As you can see, their colors are a lot different. The base on the back of the head is pretty much the same color, but this one definitely has a lighter body tone as well as the facial tones. And I did mix a little bit of lighter paint into the sticker-eyed version, but it's not really super obvious on camera. But the reason why this one is so much darker is because if you look at the prototype photo, you can actually see that this one does appear quite darker than the real one that we have. It has a much darker gradient on its head, darker ears, which honestly I think is a very, very cute design. And the other main thing is that it has a much darker nose. So it's sort of this like dark red purpley color, almost brown, that I mixed here. And then of course the base red again is the same as this one right here. And the eye color is also the same. But yeah, this one was definitely a challenge. I painted a few sticker-eyed pets in the past. I honestly really enjoy painting the eyes on sticker eyes, but I think the hardest thing about this one is I was trying to perfectly capture eyes that already exist on an LPS, and so I didn't really have too much liberty with creating my own thing. So it was definitely a challenge trying to match it as close as I could, if that makes sense. But honestly, I do really love the way that she turned out, and I think that it's really cool to finally see this LPS. It's funny because before the commissioner reached out to me, I was honestly thinking about this prototype and like wondering what she would look like in real life. Now we can actually see what she looks like, and I think she is very, very cute. And then of course, since this was a commission for somebody, here is the bottom, and there is my signature on it, and it would kind of be fun to revisit this idea and possibly try it again. But for now, this was the only sticker-eyed collie I had on hand, so everybody say thank you to the original sticker-eyed collie for being our sacrifice for this new version. But anyways, let me know down below in the comments what you thought of this custom. Of course, again, thank you so much for the person who commissioned me to make this girl. I really, really appreciate it, and I hope that you like the custom. Please let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more videos like this, and let me know honestly what you think about the sticker-eyed collie back here. Do you think that it should have existed? Are you happy that our red collie does not have sticker eyes? You know, I'm curious, because honestly, I kind of wish this LPS existed. She's kind of cute. She's definitely better than the sticker-eyed collie that we do have, but everybody's entitled to their own opinions, so I'm curious to hear what yours are. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye!